Among also the other forms of shirk, believing that someone can go beyond the law of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, believing that someone is permitted now to no longer obey Allah, that the obligation is lifted from him, and that the haram is no longer haram for him, and what's forbidden is no longer forbidden for him. And they say that the proof for this is the statement of Allah, and worship your Lord until there comes to you certainty. So they say when a person reaches the level of certainty, the obligations are dropped from him. And this is found in the groups of misguidance and bid'ah. And there are those who testify to this. They even testify, they say we have reached, meaning the level of certainty. Therefore, no obligations are no longer obligated upon us. And whatever is haram upon you, it's no longer haram upon us. So what's zina for us is not zina for them. What's theft for us is not theft for them. We are limited to 4. They have no limited of numbers of marriages. This is what they tell their followers. A level that the Prophet ﷺ did not reach. A level that the companions of Rasulullah ﷺ did not reach. And when Allah told his Prophet Muhammad, and worship you Lord till there comes to you certainty, meaning death comes unto you. Because death is certain. And thus the Prophet ﷺ worshipped Allah till death came unto him. This is also like Allah saying, so do not die except as Muslims. And so what falls under this action of disbelief, believing that Quran is enough and that the Sunnah is not binding upon him, nor are the authentic hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. So he says, we are satisfied with the Quran and only the Quran. And that is an act of disbelief as well. Among the forms of shirk that exist today amongst many Muslims, magic, astrology, divination, fortune telling, all of that is disbelief. All of it is an act of shirk, disbelieving in Allah the Exalted. For Allah says which means, and Sulaiman did not disbelieve, but the devils disbelieved, teaching people magic, which was revealed to the 2 angels in Babylon, Harut and Marut. And they did not teach anyone until they had said, we are only a trial, so do not disbelieve. Do not disbelieve by learning magic, let alone practicing it, astrology and fortune telling, because they are seeking help from the devils and seeking help from the stars and planets. And it's widespread among the Muslims today. Wearing bracelets, believing that it brings you energy, or necklaces or rings, saying energy rings or energy bracelets or energy necklaces. All these are actions of shirk because they believe that the energy comes with certain planets. The Prophet ﷺ says, if anyone acquires any knowledge of astrology, he acquires a branch of magic of which he gets more as long as he continues to do so. And so, Muslims, from the existing forms of shirk, cursing Allah, cursing the religion, mocking Allah, mocking his ayat, the Quran, mocking Islam or the apparent rituals of Islam, mocking the Prophet of Islam sallallahu alayhi wasallam. For that is indeed disbelief and shirk. Disbelief in Allah, a disbelief that takes the person outside the fold of Islam. Allah the Exalted says, and if you ask them, they will surely say, we were only conversing and joking, meaning we did not mean. Say, was it Allah, his verses, his messenger that you were mocking? Make no excuse. You have disbelieved after your belief. And so from the widespread forms of shirk, attachment to horoscopes. This one is horoscopes, is Pisces. This one is Libra. This one is Leo. This one is Gemini. And so on from other types of horoscopes. So he becomes attached to them. And you see him reading about them. And perhaps he asks also astrologers about these horoscopes to know what will happen to him this month or what will happen to him this year. All of this is an act of kufr. All of it is disbelieving in Allah. The Prophet ﷺ said, whoever goes to a fortune teller and asks him, his prayer will not be accepted for 40 days. And yet he still has to pray. Just asking him, not believing, just asking him. And the Prophet ﷺ said, whoever asks a fortune teller and believes him, he has disbelieved in what was revealed to Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. So be aware, brothers and sisters, of reading these matters, meaning horoscopes, for they cause their owner to fall into the matter of shirk.